Since the founding fathers, the love of the land is something buried deep inside of us. It is our heritage, our history, our passion. And we are its greatest stewards. From the smallest blades of grass to the widest of nature's wonders, this is who we are. This is Hayden Outdoors Life on the Land. Hayden Outdoors Life on the Land is brought to you by Outdoor Bank. Get out there. Boa Safra. Harvest hidden tax deductions with Boa Safra Ag. Metabo HPT, make, move, go. Moultrie Trail Cameras, build a bigger picture with Moultrie. And by Hayden Outdoors Real Estate, the brand that sells the land.
Welcome to this week's episode of Hayden Outdoors Life on the Land. I'm your host, Alan Treadwell. This week, we're going to visit a property in Montana. This ranch has it all. Western hills, rolling breaks, green pastures, and tremendous hunting. And then we're going to head south to Missouri to check out a listing with a 4,100 square foot home and almost a mile of water frontage on Lake of the Ozarks. And while we showcase a few select listings on each show, Hayden Outdoors has hundreds of properties all across the country listed on HaydenOutdoors.com. But first, we're headed to Western Colorado to the Bouquet Ranch to visit with Andrew Bowman, who runs the Master's Hand Border Collie training program to help ranchers with the tough job of herding cattle.
Andrew.
How's it going?
Alan Treadwell.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Hey, thanks for having us out.
Sure.
This is something we've been looking forward to doing for a long time. You know, I mean, cattle dogs is so important to the ranching world and the ranching community. And,
yeah, it is.
you know, really, excited to spend some time with you today and learn how you train these border collies to really help out the rancher.
Okay, yeah. My dad got his first border collie when I was probably about 7 years old.
Okay.
And he didn't want any border collie, any dogs, working dogs. He had a pet dog, but because every dog he'd ever been around was always in the way or chasing the cows the wrong direction.
Yep.
And long story short, he ended up with one from one of his bosses, and he says, well, I'll try him out. If I don't want him, you're getting him back or something.
Yeah.
And he ended up being a incredible dog, and so that's kind of how my family got started in the border collies, was with that. So I grew up with border collies, and then I got my own border collie as a teenager. So I've had my own border collies for over 25 years now.
Yeah, that's incredible. Why is it important to have a good dog whenever you're working cattle?
Well, the reason is one dog can do about what 4 good cowboys can do.
Yeah.
Whether that's on foot, on horseback, or on a ATV side by side. But the dogs just they have so much ability. A good dog. I had some good dogs, and then I got a bad one.
Yeah.
And I said, okay, it's worth spending some money to get a good dog. And then that eventually drove me to. Everybody's like, oh, we love your dog, can we have one? So that's how I got started breeding, and so we've raised them for about a dozen years now.
So do you not only breed them, but will you train and finish the dogs where if a rancher wants a fully trained dog, they can come to you for that?
I have done that a little bit. What I'm currently offering is, I got some YouTube videos with some pointers and stuff that people can go look at and get some help with their own dog, and then either a Zoom or phone call or whatever. A lot of times within an hour I can get you kind of lined out on what you need to be doing with your own dog to be able to really be able to do what you need with it.
Why border collies? What's the thing about the breed of border collies that makes them great cattle dogs?
So the border collies, the way they're designed to work and bred to work is just to be able to go around the stock and bring them back. If you ever watch the sheepdog trial on TV, that's what you're seeing. So yeah, the main reason to have a good border collie is it just, if you think about hiring help,
yep.
Even one hand for a year, I mean, even poor wages, you're paying $2,000 a month.
Yeah.
But you can, go buy a really well-trained border collie probably for $5,000 to probably 10,000 for a well-trained one and up. 10 to 20,000 get a pretty good border collie. And you know, it's a one-time expense besides little dog food.
Yeah, exactly.
You got a pet and a friend and a good ranch hand that just can do what you need them to do.
Andrew is a wealth of knowledge on all of this. You can also really tell he loves what he does. And now it's time to meet the star of the show.
Her name's Reba. She's got red hair.
Well, that makes sense.
And, this is one we've raised. Come here. Want to say hi?
Hi, bud. Hi, Reba.
She's just a really good dog. She's got a good intelligence and also a good toughness. She listens fairly well, but she's also still fairly tough and willing to go. So we've got some cows down the ranch. Cows are kind of in some electric cross fence and stuff, so we're gonna probably let them out of there and move them on down out into another field. Yeah, you guys can jump in the truck and follow me on out there.
Okay.
No, it is a Chevy, but I think it'll do it.
I knew border collies were important to ranchers, but not to this extent. This is gonna be fun to watch.
This segment of Hayden Outdoors Life on the Land is brought to you by Outdoor Bank. Get out there. This segment of Hayden Outdoors Life on the Land is brought to you by BOA Safra. Harvest hidden tax deductions with BOA Safra Ag.
Now we're headed up to Bighorn County, Montana to visit a stunning ranch listed by agent Mike Sedgwick, Custer Legacy Ranch.
Hi, I'm Mike Sedgwick with Hayden Outdoors Real Estate, and today we are in south central Montana, and we're proud to represent the Custer Legacy Ranch here in Custer, Montana. And you won't find a better, well-rounded ranch than what we've got here today. It's all continuous. It's just one of those great sporty ranches that you're going to find, and we're excited to show it to you today. This 23,500 acre ranch is continuous. It only has two state parcels, 1,280 acres with it. It's one of the finest hunting ranches that you're going to find in Montana on the market today. It adjoins the Bighorn River, and so it has all the waterfowl that you want, the whitetail, the mule deer, and everything that comes with being next to the Bighorn River. This ranch has lots of improvements. There's 4 homes on this property. They're all modest homes, nothing over the top. This has got 8 pivots, center pivots, 8 wheel lines, a bunch of gated pipe and flood irrigated. It irrigates 1,100 acres. Right now they got it into corn, sugar beets, wheat, barley, and alfalfa. The Custer Legacy Ranch has about 1 mile of Bighorn River on it where you can recreate and fish. This ranch is only 7 miles from where the Bighorn dumps into the Yellowstone River, and from there it's endless on the amount of fishing that a guy can do. This ranch will offer lots of world-class bull elk hunting. It also has lots of cows, and they stay here year-round. They like to calve in this area. And as you'll see, the big deep coulees and the pine trees in here. They have plenty of water. There's 12 stock water tanks, 5 reservoirs, and with the irrigation coming out of the Victory Ditch and from the Bighorn River, it's well-rounded for all the water and the habitat you need for all the wildlife. This property also has 11 deer stands strategically located throughout the property for ultimate hunting. And as we drive around, you'll see them on the points, and they all have 360 panoramic views from the stands. Currently, the owner runs about 100 cows of his own, and he does lease out about 1,000 yearlings as well. So there's plenty of grass on this property, and it does make for a good cattle operation as well. Yeah, this ranch has miles and miles of internal road system. You'll have no problem getting around and making a great big loop, and it'll take you hours to get around this continuous ranch. So this ranch is perimeter fenced and cross fenced. It's got 10 different pastures just on the west side of the highway. Each pasture consists of about 2,000 acres, and plenty of room for livestock and wildlife. This ranch is blessed by several water rights that go with the property. There's 49 water rights that are associated with this ranch. It also has all the mineral rights that the owner owns will convey with this ranch. Anything that the owner owns will convey, along with the water rights that are associated with this ranch. There's 49 of them in total, and they have flood irrigation and stock rights on those water rights. One of the things that I love about this ranch is just the vastness of it. This is the most well-balanced ranch that you're going to find on the market today, with all the ability to be able to go out and recreate, still farm, and still raise cattle in all the rangeland, but you won't find a better one on the market.
This segment of Hayden Outdoors Life on the Land is brought to you by Moultrie Trail Cameras. Build the bigger picture with Moultrie. This segment of Hayden Outdoors Life on the Land is brought to you by Metabo HPT. Make, move, go.
Now let's head down to Benton County, Missouri to tour a waterfront property listed by agents Jeff Lovin and Connor Williams, Leeder Bluff Acres.
Connor, we're here on this pretty awesome place that you and I are just listing in Benton County, and tons of crop hunting opportunities. There's just a lot of really cool features in this place.
Yeah, you know, down here in the bottomland, you got crop, just planted to corn right now. You got a mile of Ozark Lake, great timber, great food sources, grows big deer, lots of turkeys, great waterfowl, excellent fishing.
Yeah, it's kind of got it all, really. I mean, for especially someone who's into recreation and stuff like that, tons of little food plots tucked in the timber, and man, they've had some really big deer here and shot some big deer here.
Yeah, last year they had like a 205-inch deer on camera that was unfortunately harvested on the neighbor's property, but they had it on camera here on this property. You know, another good thing about this place that I noticed is they've got really, really good trail systems throughout the whole place. So it's easy to navigate and get around and get to where you want to be and where you want to hunt. Yeah, this property sits just in a great central location to some major cities. Just a couple hours from Kansas City, about an hour and a half from Springfield, an hour and some change from Jefferson City. So you got some major cities that have some great amenities not that far away from here, from where we're standing.
Yeah,
you know?
No, that's right. Camdenton, Missouri isn't far, and like you said, you know, Warsaw is the closest town as far as that goes, you know, and there's Walmart and things like that right there in Warsaw. So one thing that's pretty neat about this place, Connor, is that, you know, it's 320 acres of timber, and which is great cover and everything for the wildlife, of course, but you can kind of see like back here behind us and then over here on this side, like there's some really, really nice white oak timber here, which, you know, is the white oaks and the walnut are the most, you know, typical highest valued timber in Missouri. And as well as that, you know, it's a really good acorn producer too.
It's got about a mile of river frontage, or Ozark Lake frontage, just down the road here, that touches the property. Really, really unique option for somebody looking for a place that they can come hunt deer, turkeys, waterfowl, great fishing. You can launch your boat right off of this property, you know, to Lake of the Ozarks. Yeah, I mean, how many people can say they can do that?
So recreationally, this place is is really top notch, you know, from fishing up and down the Cold Camp Creek arm right here. You know, there's bass and crappie and white bass and things like that up and down through there. So the fishing is phenomenal, but the turkey hunting, the deer hunting, and then, you know, the waterfowl. And plus there's a really nice home on this place, super well built, shop, you know, things like that. It kind of just is like the perfect place to just come and bring your family and hang out for the weekend and have some downtime, you know, kind of here in the outdoors.
This property also offers about 20 acres or so of really good bottomland tillable acres down by the lake. Excellent food source for the deer and the wildlife population, and also a decent little source of income to add to the property. It's currently leased to a local farmer who's been managing it and taking care of it for many years.
And there's also a big pond right behind the house too.
Stock pond.
Yeah.
About just under 2 acres, I think. Great looking little place to throw a pole in with the kids, or, you know, have a great evening fishing.
This segment of Hayden Outdoors Life on the Land is brought to you by Hayden Outdoors Real Estate, the brand that sells the land. Hayden Outdoors Life on the Land is brought to you by Outdoor Bank. Get out there. Boa Safra. Harvest hidden tax deductions with Boa Safra Ag. Metabo HPT. Make, move, go. Moultrie Trail Cameras. Build a bigger picture with Moultrie. And by Hayden Outdoors Real Estate, the brand that sells the land.
Well, the stage is set. Andrew and Reba need to move these cattle through about 3 different pastures and into the corral. Here we go.
Away! Away!
There she goes. She's getting them turned around.
Atta girl. Atta girl. Good dog.
Here they come down through the brush. She's right there with them. I mean, he's not doing anything. She's doing all the work here. Got him right down the road now. I mean, just a man and his dog moving 75 head of cattle like it's nothing. That's something.
Atta girl. Walk up. Walk up. Reba. Reba. Away. Atta girl. Atta girl. Walk up. Walk up. Good dog.
I mean, that really is like having 2 or 3 cowboys out there moving those cows. Just him and her. No trouble at all. They had a couple not make it through the gate there. She's trying to get around them. There she got around them. Now she's gonna get them there.
Good dog.
That's unbelievable.
Come here. Reba, come here. Good dog. Away. Away. Atta girl.
Boy, if that's one of his leaser trained dogs, I'd hate to see one of the better ones. She knows what she's doing.
Atta girl. Walk up.
We gotta move cattle all the time from pasture to pasture where I live, and that makes me want a dog right there. Might be better for my marriage. Just himself, one dog. There was never any yelling, there was never any chasing, there was never a rodeo. Less stress on the cattle, less stress on the cowboy. Pretty impressive. You're sitting there and you got, I don't know, I mean, there's 75, 80 head of cattle in there, and you moved them into 1, 2, 3, 4 pastures and a corral.
Correct.
You and the dog.
Exactly.
In 10 minutes. There was never any yelling, there was never any rodeo going on. I mean, that's what I was saying, it was less stress on the cattle, it was less stress on the cowboy. I mean,
yeah, and this dog's what I would consider about a third of the way trained.
Really?
The name of my business is Master's Hand Training.
Yeah.
And you know, really it has a deeper meaning, and that's God is my master.
Sure.
And do I always do perfectly what he says? Absolutely not, unfortunately. But
Yeah, none of
the
us
dog's
do.
the same way. You know, she's doing her best, but she doesn't know everything yet, and I can see the big picture. and I can guide her where she needs to be. And that's, you know, I feel like for me, that's a lot of where the name came from. My business is that's what God does in my life. He is just pushes me and tells me where to go and what to do at the right time. And if I listen, things work pretty well. She's a really cool dog. I'm so happy to have her, and love to get to do this every day. Unfortunately, I don't get to do it every day, just some days.
Those days are special. Those days mean a lot. What, you know, if you were gonna do what you just did without the aid of a dog, would you had to have 2 other cowboys with you?
I could have gotten it done. It just would have taken longer and been more work.
So if there's a rancher out there right now that wants to learn more about these dogs or training them or to be able to get one from you, what's the best way to find you?
They can look up my website, mastershandtraining.com. They can look that up and get a hold of me through the website. I've got videos of dogs on there. And one of the most difficult things for people trying to find a border collie, a good one, is finding one.
Yeah.
That is one of the most difficult things. Most of the people who are good at working with border collies aren't on the internet.
Well, I was thinking, as I was watching that, I said, if you could teach that dog to fix fence, my wife might get rid of me and keep the dog.
She probably would. The dog never questions her.
That's right.
Yeah, well, for sure.
Andrew, thank you so much for your time. It's been a pleasure.
Yep.
Thank you.
I'd like to thank Andrew for showing us just how important and helpful these dogs can be to the rancher. And you can tell he loves this type of dog training. He loves his dogs, and Reba performed flawlessly today. They both worked in sync together from start to finish, and it truly was something awesome to witness. And if you have an event or story you'd like featured on Life on the Land, please let us know. I think I can speak for all of us in saying there's no better way to enjoy God's creation than to be living life on the land.